A Wednesday afternoon, time for Campbell Corner on Pioneer 90.1 from the East Grand Forks Public Library, and we have two very special guests on the phone today. Their names are Colleen Shaskin and Tina Rohde. Now, we're talking with Colleen and Tina today about what they do in storytelling. They are storytellers. They go by the name of the Wonder Weavers. Now, before we get into that, you're appearing at the Campbell Library, Colleen. When is that appearance?
On the 19th of July, about 3:30 to 4:30.
July 19th. Tell me your story about how you became partners in telling stories.
Well, we went to a storytelling conference called Northland Storytelling Network, and that particular organization is still going on, and they offer a spring conference every year, and we attended that and fell in love with the art of storytelling and decided we wanted to learn more about that art form. And so we took a lot of workshops and classes whenever we were able to, and then we decided that we wanted to start a business of our own, and we began Wonder Weavers in 1993. So we've been doing storytelling as a tandem team for 24 years, I believe.
Why do you storytell? What makes it appealing, and what kind of effect does it have on people?
Well, I love storytelling because it helps people laugh, and we get people using their imaginations, which is a really positive thing for everybody. You sort of can escape into a whole different reality and have a lot of fun with the stories. And it's also fun to be creative, which is something that we get to do a lot when we're creating our own stories and sharing them with other people. So it's a good combination of bringing a lot of fun to other folks, and so that's what we love to do.
A question for Tina, and again we're talking with Tina Rohde and Colleen Shaskin of Wonder Weavers. Hi, Tina. Why do you like storytelling?
Why do I like storytelling?
Yeah. Something has to motivate you. Why do you do it?
I think it's something that I have done since I was young. My grandfather was a great storyteller. My dad was. So it's something we've always used within our families. When we get together, everybody always has, the family stories to share and remember. And just sort of hooked me into being able to not have books or anything that you need. You can just tell a story, using it with kids. And when I first started as an entertainer, before we started our company, I was doing birthday parties and ran out of things to do and had 15 minutes and 25 kids in front of me. And creating a story and making it up worked really well.
Okay. And that was the start. In telling your story, can you get a feel for your audience?
Can get a feel really quickly. And that's the other part with stories versus like reading or being scripted, is that we can adjust. So if what you're doing is too long, you can shorten it. If the kids are with you or adults, you can go in a different direction. You can add another story. So a lot of times we will come in with an idea for a program, but change a lot of it depending on the group that we're with.
So your audience ranges from children to adults?
To seniors, right.
Okay. And in preparing for your presentation, are you given guidelines as to what those who bring you in want to see or have done?
Yes. Usually there's, especially like for the library programs, there's summer reading themes. And so we work up a program. This year we're doing Build a Better World, One Story at a Time.
Okay.
And so we'll incorporate things that work into their theme.
Mm-hmm.
And then with a range of stories so that, if we end up with, like this morning, we had a group that was fairly young, so we could do stories that worked for them. This afternoon, we're expecting more school age and older students.
So what's your circuit? Where do you perform? Is it across the state of Minnesota or beyond that? We
are upper Midwest and actually performing a little bit now in Texas as well. I have family down there, and I'm going to be doing a week tour in September down there. So mostly Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa, North Dakota.
Do you have stories that involve audience participation?
Yes. Yeah, we use a lot of participation, a lot of songs, call and response, actions, getting kids up involved, or not only kids, but the audience.
In looking back at the art, and it is an art of storytelling, that goes way back in time, before the written word.
Right.
As you perform now, do you use strictly stories that have been written by somebody else, or have you written your own stories?
We've written our own stories as well. We do usually a combination of something that's out of book literature, so that we tie the literacy piece back into hoping that the audience will go back and look for the story. A lot of things that are out of the public domain, folk fairy tale, and then we have our own that we've created.
Is so beneficial for young children in stimulation, in critical thinking.
That, right.
Yeah.
Critical thinking, problem solving.
Yep.
The other thing is modeling for, the adults that are with us, or even older students, the importance of talking to each other, of that you don't need media, you don't need to sit in front of the television. If you're in the car, you can do that old round robin story we got across the Dakotas all summer long on our family car trips with, one person starting a story and everybody adding it. Sometimes we use the road signs as our character names, or made up stories that went along with all the signs that cross North Dakota. We have a lot of those.
Well, I wish we had more time. Again, we've been talking with Colleen Shaskin and Tina Rohde. They are Wonder Weavers, and they're coming to East Grand Forks, Minnesota, to the Campbell Public Library on July 19th, beginning at 3:30, for about an hour or so. Colleen and Tina, thank you. If you have a website, please pass along your website address for us.
It's www.wonderweavers.com.
Okay, wonderweavers.com. Very simple. Well, have a safe trip up north, and thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
That's Tina Rohde and also Colleen Shaskin. They are the Wonder Weavers, featured on Campbell Corner. Heard every Wednesday afternoon at 3:05. And again, for more information about Campbell Library, they're right off Demers Avenue in downtown East Grand Forks. And their contact phone number is area code 218-773-9121, 773-9121. Campbell Corner, Wednesdays at 3:05 on Pioneer 90.1.